Hello again, YouTubers. This is your host, Black Samurai 7. I just want to make a video in response to a story that I found out yesterday. And this is regarding another sick story that I had to talk about on this channel. And if you remember my video, my tribute to Lauren Giddens video, then I'm going to share a story that's it's on the same level as that one. So this is regarding a story about a young 18-year-old girl. She is a teen mom. She has a 15-year-old son, 15-month-old son. My bad. I'm sorry. And what happened was that it's just because she has a child, that doesn't mean that she can continue her education. So yeah, she was still continuing her education, doing what's right for her child. Doing what's right for her child by continuing her education. And so she was doing that. She was getting good grades. She was just trying to be good. And she was just, and there was one thing that I heavily commend her for, which is the right thing for any person to do. When you're in an abusive relationship, get out of it. Get out of it. And this girl in this story, she did that. She left a man who was beating the hell out of her every day. She had to do that for herself. She had to do that for herself and her child, and she did that. She left this piece of shit. She left him. And for this, and instead for this abuser to not move on with his life, get some counseling and some therapy, and to learn, get some advice and some mentoring from a man who can teach him how to be a man. No, he didn't do that. This guy decided to cyber stalk her. This guy decided to vandalize her property. And the worst thing of it all, he decided to kill her. And another thing he did right after killing her, he killed himself. You know what I'm going to call this man? This man's not a man. He's a simp. He is a simp. And this made me think about, I'm sure a lot of you people who are watching my video, you know about this story back in Easter. Back in Easter, about the weak beta male simp Steve Stevens, who his girlfriend broke up with him. But instead of moving on with his life, getting some counseling and some therapy over his gambling problem, he decided to go and kill an innocent 74-year-old man who had nothing to do with his problem. It's sad how some people, I'm going to say mainly for men, how there are men out there that don't want to get help over their goddamn problems. And I've said I'm in therapy. I'm in therapy over my shit. I'm in therapy over my shit so that my shit don't cloud my future. And that's being a man. That's being a man, getting therapy for your shit. To get your shit together, that's what the man has to do. Keep your shit together. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm not saying I'm not sorry at all. I'm not sorry at all for this man. This man's name was Kai Williams. I'm not sorry at all. I'm sorry for the victim, this young woman. This young woman lost her life from a weak beta male simp. And to the family and friends of this young woman, her name was Larissa Barros. I'm sorry for your loss. I really am sorry for your loss. I feel sorry for her son too. Now her son is going to have to grow up. She lost her. This kid's not going to have this father. And now he lost his mother. His mother, I'm going to guess. No one can predict the future. No one can. No one's psychic. But I do believe that this little boy probably would have a great childhood. He would have a great childhood, because this child was going to have a mother who would do all she can for her son. And that's what mothers are supposed to do. Do what you can for your children. Even though he may not have, he wasn't going to have a good father, but he was going to have a good mother. He was going to have a good mother, and he was probably going to have a lot of good men. A lot of good men, some men in his life. Maybe his grandfather, his uncles, older cousins, or whoever in his community that would have mentored this child. Well, they're still there. They're still there. He'll at least get some. He'll at least get that. But he won't get any mentoring from his mother, and that's sad. That is a sad part of this whole story. This kid lost his mother from a weak simp. God, yo, I feel so bad for this kid. I really, really do. Because this makes me think about myself, because I didn't have my dad. I didn't have my father in my life. So this is what I did. I did all I can. I did all I can to try to get some mentoring, get some counseling, and some therapy, which is what I'm doing and still doing that. I'm doing that to prepare for my future. I didn't have my father in my life. I didn't. And because of that, this is what I got to do. So I'm going to say this video, I'm going to share this video to all you men out there who don't have your father in your life. If you don't have your father in your life, he's being a piece of shit, then I suggest that you go get some mentoring from men that you know and trust. Get that. You go get that, because that's going to help you. It's going to help you in your future. It's going to teach you how to be a man. It's going to help you live to be a good man. Especially, it's going to help you to live to be a good man for the woman that you're going to end up being with. But if you don't do that, your life is going to be hell. Everyone's going to have a hard life. Everyone does. But if you don't seek mentoring, your life, the hell, it's going to be even greater. It's going to be even greater for you. And because of that, Kai, he didn't go seek that. And this is the result. This is the result when you don't seek mentoring, some counseling, and some therapy for yourself. This is the result. This is it. And I hope that this story right here, may this story be a wake-up call to every man out there in the world. You need help? Go get help. And I hope you understand that lesson. Now, that's all I got to say about this. Feel free to like, comment, and favorite my video, and feel free to subscribe to my channel. See you guys later.